Sorry about the wait. What's up, Lynx? What's up, Conan? What's up, Ray? Shonies, hello. Luther, thanks for the sub, dude. 19 months, that's actually ridiculous. I'm getting a Reddit notification. Why do I get Reddit notifications? What's up, Brown? Thank you, Kev. Appreciate it. Man, 19 months is crazy, though. What's up, y'all? It's been, what has it been? It's been a couple weeks. I missed you guys. I missed streaming. I missed keyboards. I did need a little break, though. I feel like I've been working so much. It's been hard to find time to even just take pictures of keyboards and do the other hobby stuff that I enjoyed doing. So needed a little break, but we're back. It feels good. Didn't even notice you were building a Univers. It's one of my faves. I've been sitting on this personal Univers for a minute. I haven't had much time for personal builds either lately. So this is a nice little treat. Oops. Fresh Prince X Saved by the Bell? Oh, the intro splash? It is kind of Fresh Prince. Never really thought about that. Kind of does have a Fresh Prince vibe, though. What's new with you guys? Actually, what's new in keyboards, man? I've been thinking about doing like group buy reviews and interest check reviews again, just so I can stay up to date with what's going on in keyboards. Because every time I step away from keyboards and streaming for a week or any amount of time, I come back and there are 10 new switches, a few new keyboards that have delivered, a handful more keyboards in interest check. There's like 3 more budget keyboards. The hobby is just crazy nowadays. So many new ICs. What are some good ones out there right now in terms of ICs? Oh, I should also let people know we're live. Let me do that quick. Dan, what's up? I haven't caught a stream in so long. Man, I haven't streamed in a couple weeks either, so you caught me at a good time. What's up, Dan? GMK Gorp. Oh, we all know about Gorp. Of course I know about Gorp. It's an easy sell, for sure. For sure, for sure. What else do I do when I start streaming? I guess I have to post on Instagram, right? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Okay. Univers. Sorry, this is great streaming, I know. Bear with me. Funny, I need to change my name. My name was never Dan. I made this account when I was like 12. Really? I don't think I knew. What was I doing when I was 12? There's no way I knew what Twitch was. I don't think Twitch was a thing when I was 12, actually. How long has Twitch been around? Twitch. Twitch.tv/Tyler keyboard live. I wish live was not at the end of my name. Oh well. What are we gonna do? Okay. Okay, enough marketing. Dude, low-key convinced a friend to buy the Neo 60 CU off your typing test, so I thank you trying to get all the homies customs. Dude, that's awesome. I hope they like it. I hope I convince them to buy something that's actually solid. I think it's a solid board. Yo, do you edit your video on iPad? Do I edit my video on iPad? What video? Actually, I don't know why you asked what video. I don't think there's any videos that I edit on my iPad. Sometimes I edit pictures on my iPad, but none of my video work. Do I edit on my iPad? What's up, though? Thank you for being here. I'm so excited. I just bought a new build for a friend. Ooh, what did you get, Dan? I really need GMK iconographic to progress. It's my #1 most sought after right now. GMK iconographic? What is that? I don't think I know what that is. Oh, is it pink? Ooh. It's kind of hot. When did this come out? Ooh, 2021. Good luck. Ooh, with the green too. This is nice. Almost like a better vaporwave. I don't know what it's giving. It's giving some anime. I don't know what anime, but I'm getting something. Good colors. I like those colors. Yeah, I see why you want it. This on polycarb? Ooh, that on polycarb would actually be really nice. I agree. I really like bright colors on polycarbonate. Neon and polycarbonate's a pretty good fit. Okay. Let's do keyboard. This keyboard is very professional. I feel like a businessman with this strap. You know, I feel like I could really carry this to work and dress for the job that I want. Very classy. How are you liking the agar after typing on it for a while? Dude, I'm really liking it, actually. It is a very solid board. Similar to the Neo 60, I think, overall. Just like a solid, more entry-level keyboard, for sure. GMK67 with some Newfie keycaps and some V2 stabs and some Gateron melodics. Ooh, sounds like a nice build. Let me know how it goes. Need a little more room. There we go. Very fancy. I feel like there should be like a gold and something in here. I don't even remember. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember what color I have. Okay, we got our Wallace and grommets, and we got our daughter board. It's kind of a giant box for just these two items, no? She loves clicky switches. Oh, that's cool. Get melodics and I don't know how to say that. Cosfox? Chosfox? Arctics are my hands down fave clickies. I definitely have not tried enough clickies to even know what are the good ones. I wouldn't know. Alu half plate. Pretty sexy in red here. Depending on what color keyboard I got, could look very cool. But I don't remember. You'll notice there's no PCB. I already took out the PCB and checked it and put stabs on because we have a solder build tonight. And I don't feel like a 3-hour stream, I'm sorry. Oh, that's interesting. It's just like a 2-gallon bag. Any guesses on the color? I actually do not remember what the color is. Should we do Gamba on the color? We don't do any Gamba on this stream. Should we do Gamba? I have to look up what the color options even were though. Tyler, were you able to just straight up take a step back and find yourself again on your break? Straight up take a step back and find yourself. You know what, Ray? I wish my week-long streaming hiatus was me finding peace, but I feel like it was me just finding more stress. Because the only reason I wasn't streaming is because I've been working just so much. I also need to change my name though, because I transitioned and now it feels hella weird when someone calls me Dan. And that's understandable. Have you looked if there's any other name options for you out there? Yeah, Ray, I was not clearing my mind, unfortunately. But we're back now, and that, I think, means that I'm in a better mental place. We'll find out. Alright, we won't do Gamba. That's okay. We'll just figure out what color it is right here. Although, you guys don't get many opportunities to do Gamba. So if anyone ever wants to get points on this channel, you should be speaking up when I offer Gamba. Navy. Ooh. Actually, I really like this navy color. It's a very dusty navy. Ooh, I quite like that. That is quite nice. I feel like this is a little bit bright. There you go. Might be a little easier to see the color there. Looking nice, almost green. That's what I thought too. It is almost a green. I mean, I feel like you should never ask me 100% because color blindness is a bitch. But I feel like what I'm seeing on the screen is pretty darn similar. It's not quite teal. Definitely not quite teal, but it's a really, really dusty navy. What's up, by the way, Big Mac? How are you? Is this your last day in the city? Wow. I forgot how impressed I was with the little details on this board. The cherry lip, the little accent badge thing down here, the exploded arrow cluster. It's very, very well done. I like the top too. My wife and I argued for a year about the color of my green F-150. I hopped on a flight tonight to get home early. Gotcha. I hope the city was good to you. Side profile? Actually kind of nice too. Oh, I forgot about that as well. It's got the steps right here on the back part. Ooh, nice texture. Bottom is nice and simple. That's how I like a bottom to be. While we're here, let's go ahead and put the feet on too. You guys know how I like my sides and my bottoms. I love these simple side profiles. Me too, Carmen. What is this wood for? Oh, I bet it's another badge. You can place that with wood. I think I like this better though. MSP is always great. Thanks for keeping the snow away this time. Dude, is MSP not the best airport? I'm always so thankful to come home to MSP. I have not found another US airport that I like more. Ooh, I like how perfectly the feet fit as well. That's very nice. I like Charleston's airport. Charleston, is that North Carolina? You took away water break? Dang, I love that. Dan, you must not have been here for a while. Or actually, sorry, let me know what you want me to call you. I don't want to be rude. And I apologize if I forget in future streams. But for this stream, I will remember if you tell me. I could also call you Mustard. Ellie is good? Okay. Again, I will remember Ellie for tonight, but you may have to remind me next time. Is this personal build? This is, yes, this is a personal build. It was sent to me by Typeface quite a while ago, but it was sent after the keyboard already ran. So this one I will get to keep. I'll just take some nice pictures for them. The new Kansas City airport isn't bad. Man, I haven't been to Kansas in ever. Well, no, I've been to Kansas before, but I don't. I think as a kid, I was in Kansas. I don't remember. Should I go back to Kansas? Is Kansas worth going to? I just tried to change it. I need my password from like a 5-year-old account. Oof, good luck. Dude, how's that agar treating you? I like it, man. I've told a few people between the Neo 60 and the agar, there is no shortage of, you know, good budget 60% options right now. PCB, like I said, I already tested it and I put the stabs on, but I do want to show it off because this PCB is kind of fire. Look at this. Kind of fire. I also like the back too. This, for some reason, is giving Severance. And I don't really know why. But tell me it's not kind of giving Severance. Pretty cool. I also feel like I haven't done a half plate build in a while. Excited for the sick PCB design. It is pretty sick. I like it. Now, I'm pretty sure these cream sodas that we're going to use today are not going to be nice and snug in the PCB. So we're going to have to do the old Flipadelphia and pray. But we'll get there when we get there. I'll probably start with just soldering in the plated switches, and then we'll do the non-plated switches. I went for a nice walk after work today. 50-something degrees. Felt fantastic. The sun was shining. Brought my camera. Spring has sprung. Has spring sprung anywhere else? Is it warm yet where you guys are? Oh, also, my apartment building had this, My apartment building did a contest where we were guessing what day the snow pile in our parking lot would melt. And I'm pretty sure I got it right. But nobody has contacted me for my big prize. Weather was incredible this afternoon. Oh yeah, you were here. I'm telling you, the change of seasons in Minnesota, that is like, we ain't got much. We ain't got much out here, but the spring and the fall, it's what keeps you around, I think. Weather's very good. What did you win? Ray, I didn't win anything because nobody's contacted me. Maybe I didn't get it right. I didn't check when exactly the snow pile melted, but I feel like I had to be pretty close. Duality TK out. Ray, what is the duality situation? I've seen some memes. But memes only. Super nice weather today here. Where about is here, Ellie? What's up, Yee? How's your Thursday? It's almost Friday, guys. We're almost there. So close. Montana. It's another state I haven't been to in a while, but I know I've been to Montana before. You want my SSN with that too? No. That's why I asked you to be vague. Flight taken off. Have a good stream, boss. What else are you gonna do on that flight, Big Mac? They got free Wi-Fi, don't they? I'm just kidding. Have a good flight. Safe trip back. Straight up sitting? It's just in a garage, huh? What is there left to do with it? What's the holdup? Or at least what is like the, you know, what are they saying is the holdup? Everything was projected to ship by yesterday. Who's 3 months ago? Hey, I will say, I've heard some horror stories about, you know, like having to do your own quality control on boards. But still, like, I don't know. It should probably be done by now, right? Soldering Crime, what's up? Apparently he just printed a label for the duality. He just printed a label. A label, one label. I wonder who's getting their board. Why do I feel like I have it? It's probably this camera. I got this, I got an under desk mount for my audio interface, but I haven't mounted it yet. I think I'm gonna refinish my desktop, resand it and refinish it again. So I am holding off on doing any other little projects like that. Tyler, I just got my first camera. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's a Canon Rebel T5. It's a great camera. My partner had a camera Rebel for a while. For a long time, actually, I think. You will learn. There's so so many YouTube videos out there on photography, but also nothing is gonna make you better like just using it. We're gonna do this is a personal build, so I'm gonna do the no clean oops no lead solder tonight. I still haven't had to desolder a board with the unleaded solder yet, but ooh, I also think I'm gonna get one of those dispenser things, like the, you know, the rolly things for your wire. I was looking at those the other day. I mean, it's only one so far, so let's see if we get one eventually. Is it literally only one label? Did I not update the build command? My bad. Let me fix that. I swear I did this. Sorry, I'm washed. I'm washed. Let's go to YouTube. Where's my YouTube bill? The person confirmed it's real and showed their order. Why would only one board have a label? If the switches are still MX2A blacks, it's all the same to me. They're definitely not. They're definitely not. So let me update that. Should be quick. YouTube description. Copy. And paste. There you go. Do it again. You'll get the real build this time. Thanks for keeping me honest. What would I do without you? I guess he is going slow. I don't know. This dude has been procrastinating this for 3 months now. It's frustrating. Hopefully you get your board soon. The lead-free solder is definitely a little bit slower, but I think it works just fine. Not gonna lie, my Univers is quieter than expected with SP stars, so long pull switches might be the move. Alright, let's find out. What plate did you use? I was gonna do MX blacks, but then I kind of was thinking the same thing, like half plate. Half plate, I kind of want some poppy switches, you know? I was between this and the wisteria switches. Alu full. I think my SP stars are the V2 housings. That's probably adding to the quietness. I've never used SP stars before. Is that crazy? I don't know, do you guys want to watch me solder or do you want to walk? Cherry is the better clack anyway. Are SP switches really smooth? Or at least at one point were they considered really smooth? Or what was the appeal of SP stars anyways? Because I remember them being quite popular at one point. I've had this build for a while and for some reason the switches register twice sometimes, or sometimes they don't register at all. Maybe a cheap PCB or something. Which board again, Ellen? Could try a good old-fashioned, you know, reflash of the PCB. But you need the, you would need the file for that. I don't know, to be honest, I just picked them up because I heard they were high-pitched like cherry switches, but without the scratch. Yes. So I think that answers my question that they are supposed to be a smoother cherry switch. That's why they have no scratch. It's a rebuild of a Newman GM6, but I think I'll probably just give it away and start a new build, to be honest. I'm not familiar with the Newman. There's a lot of good boards to be had out there right now for... I don't know. I feel like right now, if I were to make... If someone were to ask me like, hey Tyler, I want to buy my first mechanical keyboard, but I want it to be like a solid, real, you know, quality custom mechanical keyboard, how much money should I save up to spend? I think I would say, as long as you are okay with a 60% keyboard, I think you have to save up, what would you guys say? I'm gonna say $200 right now. I think if you saved up $200, you could build a pretty darn solid 60% keyboard in this market. Plastic, what's up? Happy Thursday. What's new, Plastic? Guys, I've been playing so much, my game switched again. I know we usually talk about Rocket League, we usually talk about Fortnite, and then we were talking about Sea of Thieves for a while. I switched up. I've been playing Age of Empires. I've been a little sweaty RTS boy lately. Sneak Rep, what's up? Haven't seen you in a bit. Gonna stream tomorrow building my mom's Zoom pad? Oh, that's awesome. Building your mom a board? I would build my mom a keyboard. I don't think she ever interacts with the keyboard though. Other than the keyboard on her phone. Same with my dad, he doesn't really do keyboard related tasks. I got a nice board for like 160 when I was first starting out. I'm thinking like board plus switches plus stabs. I'm gonna say save up $200, I think is what I would say. As long as you're okay with 60%, because if for whatever reason, a lot of the newer people to the hobby that I talk to, they want full-size keyboards. And I think it's because they think they need a numpad, or they think they use a numpad a lot more than they actually do. Or even like an F-row. And I always have to explain that it's not like you don't have those things on a keyboard. You just have to, you have to use layers. Layers aren't that hard. Just got done with dinner. We had home grilled burgers and air fryer fries. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We make smash burgers at home sometime. I love a nice homemade burger. The Impossible meat? Actually pretty darn good for smash burgers. Or Beyond Meat. I don't remember which one we use, but... What's up, Bushido? How's your Thursday going? How's the board? Man, I spent so many hours playing the OG Age of Empires back in like 98. 98? What a great year. I was born that year. I feel like I was that way when I joined the hobby as well. Work-wise, sometimes that F-row is needed, but it's still there. Do you feel like you ever need an F-row enough to not have it on a separate layer? Maybe you do. Maybe I just haven't experienced that type of job. My first build was a 60%, honestly. That is all you need. Ellie, my first ever build was a 40%. But that's because it was the cheapest keyboard I could find. The cheapest mechanical I could find. Back in my day, I was chasing 40% keyboards and SA Godspeed keycaps. And what was this called? MT3 Oh no, it was just MT3 Godspeed. I got MT3 Godspeed because I couldn't find SA Godspeed, but I would have much rather had SA Godspeed. Actually crazy how my preferences have changed. $60 good, just use layers, absolutely. I usually use layers, but having them readily available is a really nice feeling. I got my friend to 75% because she loves the extra keys. That's how my girlfriend feels. She needs that F-row and arrow keys. Let's say what else is new. Oh, I played organized basketball for the first time in like, I don't even know, probably over a year. It was actually super fun. Felt really good to play again. And that is why the Sunday streams are in jeopardy. We will probably change to... I don't know. If we like how this goes, we could change to Tuesday, Thursday streams. We could also potentially do Monday, Wednesday. I think it's really just any combination of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, but also not 2 nights in a row. Okay, just make sure everything looks good with these. Oh, I know I recommend it, I think quite often, guys, but the no clean solder, if you are looking to purchase solder, you are just getting into soldering, I highly recommend the no clean versions. The joints are just so pretty. We look good to go. My old math teacher in middle school ran a teacher's org. He sometimes would limp around because his foot got stepped on. Are you talking about basketball? Okay, I need to go get something to do the Flipadelphia. So please allow me a moment to go find whatever I'm going to use. That's cool, Ali. I think I said last time I wasn't going to use this particular thing anymore for doing the flip, but I can't remember why, so we will learn again, I'm sure. Oh, I kind of don't want to cover up what's left in the middle of this PCB. It's so pretty. Are they going to be tight? Oh, they might not be that loose, actually. Oh, wait. No, that's very loose. Alright, well. Hopefully the flip works. Man, you know what board I've been seeing that's getting delivered that I kind of wish I tried for? That Nerd Designs Oku. The only thing with the Oku is I kind of wish it was a 60%, but it just is very, very clean, isn't it? I don't understand how y'all have a build going every few weeks. Oftentimes they're not personal builds for me, Ellie. I can't afford that lifestyle. Yeah, they're definitely not all personal builds for me. A lot of the times we're checking out a new prototype for a project, or we're building someone else's board. I definitely could not afford myself to buy a new keyboard every week, twice a week. So. Trust. Why didn't I like this again? I really don't remember. Is it because of the slant? I really don't remember. We're gonna go for it though. Man, I really like this little design on the bottom of the piece of paper. I just started climbing, so that's fun. Ooh, like the indoor climbing. And I always assumed I wouldn't like the indoor bouldering and climb. Is it bouldering? I never know what it is. I always assumed I wouldn't like it though because I don't like heights. I've always been a little afraid of heights. But maybe I should give it a try. Indoor bouldering. Also, don't worry, I'm scared of heights. So, to an extent, but there are a lot of smaller scale climbs, and after you fall a few times, you get used to it. Yeah, I should give it a try. There's a climbing place that everyone goes to that's actually pretty close to me. But I think it's kind of expensive, right? You have to buy a membership. And I think the membership is about the same price as what I pay for like my fitness gym, just like a regular gym. Yeah, it could definitely be expensive. It's easier for me because I use their fitness gym along with the climb gym. Oh, that's nice that they have both. That is nice. I'm thinking long term we will actually probably switch the streaming schedule to Monday, Wednesday? Just because we were already streaming on Mondays. We were already streaming on Mondays before, so. They got sketchy 80s style machines. Hey, those are the machines that Arnold was probably using. They have tape on the pads and stuff. It does seem a little old. We tried this new restaurant that's kind of near us for dinner tonight. It's a Japanese place that does udon noodles and what else did they have? They had hand rolls. Rice bowls as well. I had a rice bowl with some spicy tuna, some avocado. It was actually quite tasty. It's pretty expensive though for how much food I got. But I feel like that's everywhere nowadays, huh? You pay... It feels like about every meal you go out for now is like $20. I expect to pay at least $20, even when I'm getting fast food, which is crazy. Not to be like, inflation is crazy, guy, but inflation kind of is crazy. I remember in high school knowing that if I was able to get to $8, I knew that I had a Chipotle burrito, you know, or a Subway sandwich. Whatever happened to the $5 footlong? It's true though. hope this sounds nice with that, but every shift I order a free meal sandwich, which would cost $14 if I ordered it normally. You know what's always the biggest turnoff for me when I'm going out to a restaurant? If I'm going out to a restaurant and it's a place that offers a burger or a sandwich of some kind, if I see that I have to pay extra in order to get a side like fries or chips, oh, I hate that. If it's like the burger is $15 and then add fries for $4. Like just put them together. Just put them together and tell me the burger is $20. You know? All right, looks good. Okay, be right back. One more time, I'll go wash my hands, and then we will put the board together. Sorry, GMK muted. What bugs me most about some places is they charge for water. We don't charge for a glass, Nazy. Charge for water. Who's charging you for water? That's insane. That should be illegal. Every time I went back east, they charged for the glass? What? That's insane. Wait, where are the screws here? Bottom. Bottom screws, regular screws. Is that like a New York thing? Sorry. Music has been a little funky tonight. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Tyler, I found out I have slightly curly hair after starting a new type of meds. How should I care for it? Everyone in my family has straight hair. Oof. That is a tough one, Ellie. And also, unless your curls are exactly like mine, it's going to be different. You, unfortunately, probably have lots and lots of money invested into hair products coming in your future. Good luck. All right, usually these little poles are face down. So I'm going to make that assumption. Yeah, curly hair. Curly hair is a blessing and a curse. It took me a very long time to feel like it was ever a blessing, though. Oof, actually, I know everyone's talking about Severance mostly right now, but did anybody watch that most recent episode of White Lotus? This season of White Lotus is, yeah, just different than the rest of them. Not like in terms of like quality, but it is just very different in terms of the theme of this season. Just double checking to make sure my switches got all the way down. I think we're good. Now, one of these mounting points is in between the spacebar stab, this one right here. I'm wondering if we should try it both with and without. What do you guys think? Anybody that's built the Univers before? Is it better to not use that mounting point under the spacebar? Yeah, hormones go crazy. Why am I getting Reddit notifications? I really have Reddit notifications turned on? Oh, daughter board. straight, but I wish it was just a little bit wavy instead. Careful what you ask for, Conan. I'm telling you, the amount of money that I probably spent in my life just trying to find what hair products works. What hair products work? That is money I wish I could have back. I feel like everyone wants to change their hair type. I didn't know my hair was curly until I started brushing it, and it blew up 3 times the size. Interesting. Uh-oh, we got easy mate. Easy unmate connector. See how this goes. It would like puff up crazy. Interesting. Ooh, it's very bouncy. I don't know what keycaps I'm gonna put on this. Secret myth, 10 months? Dude, that's crazy. Thank you for the prime. Oh, that's a trippy PCB. PB, I love this PCB, actually. It's actually super cool looking. Actually, I love the blue and the red, too. This is cool. I kind of wish I had... You know what? I know we do it all the time, but tell me, just truly admit to me that this keyboard would not look good with beige keycaps. It would look good, right? The red and the blue and beige. Ironically, I've never used hair care products, yet still all my female friends always say they're jealous of how soft and well taken care of my hair is. Okay, Conan, rub it in. You have female friends, okay. I think we might have to just go beige keycaps again. I know it's boring. Panels or hand debate would be good in this. Think so? I don't know about panels. I feel like it's I think panels looks best on white, silver, can I say silver? Silver, polycarbonate. It's probably fine on black too. I also think panels is fine if the color of your case is any of the colors within the keycaps. But if your case color is slightly different than any of these colors, I think that's one of the few cases where it might not work. But I've never really tested that theory, so. I have female friends too, to be fair, but that's not much of a flex for me. Not boring at all. Honey Beige is one of my favorite sets. The stem tolerance is very loose, though. What's up, Austerix? Damn. Hold on. Before we put keycaps over it, and let me just put my screwdriver away really quick. God, my desk feels so cramped for some reason tonight. I think I have no space. I have a pretty big desk too. But really quick, before we put anything else on, does that not look so sick with the PCB through there? That PCB is insane. I think half plate builds are really good candidates for PCB art. Sometimes when there's art on a PCB, I kind of struggle to understand the point, you know? Top or bottom of a PCB, unless it's like a polycarbonate case. Kind of doesn't make sense to me sometimes to have PCB art. But right here it looks really, really cool. I just ordered keycaps, but I don't know if the colors will work. I'm low-key stressing. You could always get a new keyboard to match the keycaps. Aren't the cream soda stems red color? Conan, these are, I've called these before creamier sodas. They're just cream sodas that I switch the stem with Novel Keys cream, which is the same material, but it just makes the whole switch beige. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I think it's gonna be beige. I think I'm gonna go get beige keycaps right now. Nobody be mad. Have you tried Key Geek oat switches? I think you'll like them because of their color. I have not tried any Key Geek switches. No. Okay, so I grabbed Honey Beige, of course. But if you could only have 5 keycap sets, what would you choose? Ooh, I'll answer that question. But I just wanted to say I grabbed Honey Beige, and I also grabbed, ignore the other random keycaps in here. This is mostly GMK Botanical Desert. I'm wondering if Botanical could work. Would that green work? Or is that crazy? I don't know what to think. No, says Frank. Okay, let's do Honey Beige. If you could only have 5 keycap sets, what would you choose? Okay, I would choose... Right away, let's say Honey Beige, but Honey Beige could also be, you know, Classic Beige, or it could be Black Snail, Alt Alphas, whatever that beige color is. What is it? Is it L9 or something like that? I always forget what exact color of beige it is. But let's say Heine beige, and let's say that covers all of those other potential ones. So that's one. I'm gonna put Wob up there. Has there ever been like a faux aged beige set? What do you mean? Like yellow? Like a piss yellow? Almost feels like this teal color needs something contrasting, like Crimson Cadet to make it pop. It's not. Man, it almost is teal, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to ask Isabel in person what she thinks. Because again, my eyes aren't perfect, but I think it's just a really, really dusty blue. And the way it catches my light is pretty, it's actually fairly hard light, at least the way that it hits the desk. And I think that can change the color a little bit. Yeah, not super yellow, but yellowed. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, to be honest. There might not be. Oops. Is that switch straight? I might actually have to fix these two switches. They don't look super straight. We'll see how the keycap sits. Might just have to fix them later. It's a half plate, babe. GMK Gorp soon has some aged alphas. Oh yeah, GMK, yeah, that is kind of yellow. But that's yellow to match the reason that's yellow is to match the jacket, you know? I might actually have to pop this out and fix this switch. It's a little crooked, but it should be super quick. I'll do it quick. Sorry, top 5 keycap. Heine beige. I'm gonna say Wob. If I could only use, you know, if these are the only keycap sets I can ever use again, then Wob is on the list. I would also put, man, would I put panels on there? Is panels in my top 5 keycaps? Or is it just recency bias? I'm going to continue to think. What set would you recommend for a pastel purple, moderate budget? Ellie, my mentality with keyboard and keycap pairings, it's usually, I mean, this is just kind of like my design philosophy, I think, in general. Like, this is kind of how I design my home. But typically, if something has a very strong color, so if the keyboard itself has already made a pretty big choice in terms of color, like even pastel purple, I would say fits this criteria, then I want my keycaps to be neutral. If my keyboard itself, if the case itself is making a color choice, I want the keycaps to be fairly neutral. If the keyboard is neutral, then I can go a little bit crazier on the keycaps. So if I was going with a pastel purple board, I'd probably go with something like beige, truthfully, or white keycaps. Panels, Handerbait, Bonkers, Windbreaker. Oh, I did like Windbreaker. but I traded my windbreaker. So it feels wrong for me to put that in my top 5 because I didn't keep it. You know? Alright, we're just gonna heat up these couple switches and fix them really quick. What would you put on a taupe cloud line that's not beige? Oh, that's not beige? Frank, beige was just calling your name, though, on that board. What are you supposed to pair with taupe? Ooh, am I experiencing the difficulties of unleaded solder here? It's very difficult to heat it back up again to move the switch. Maybe this is what everyone, oh, there we go. Easy peasy, never mind. Okay. Let's make sure there's no other switches that are looking wonky. I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay. I already have classic Arabic on the way for it, but I'd like options. Okay, so you already got the beige. I said Arabic. What's up, Moon? Moon, why were you thinking about me today? You never told me. I might just order a blank set and give her the extra keycaps as another gift, to be honest. That would be very nice of you. Oh, guess what else, Moon? My job is making me... They're making us return to the office. If only I had another job option at the time that was fully remote. Huh. Bummer. It's a secret. I will be out there in a few weeks, though. Save your Sunday for me. Sunday? You're asking me to save my Sunday? Dude, that's a sacred day to save. My Sundays are my me time. Starting when? We're supposed to start going in for 3 days a week starting on June 1st. But our union is not happy about it. And we are fighting back, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. We are going shopping. I'm excited. We're gonna have a North Loop day, just like we used to, huh? Go get some coffee. Talk about who we have a crush on. Boo that job, boo. I agree. What's crazy is that I thought when I moved into the public sector that I would kind of be escaping some of that stuff. Nope. It's the same old. Doesn't matter where you run to. I think you just move here and avoid all that conflict. I just beg for my job back. They might give me that job back, actually, if I begged. April 27th, 1 month from today. All right. I'll put it on my calendar. It's pretty close to my mom's birthday, so I guess I'll just let her know I won't be celebrating this year. What's up, Strix? How's your Thursday going? So did you quit, or what's happening? Just fighting the go back to work? So we don't have to go back to work until June 1st is the date when we're supposed to start going back in 50% of the time. But nobody is happy about this decision. So like I said, our union is doing what they can. But we'll see what comes of it. I don't know. I'm pretty pessimistic on anything changing at this point, but we'll see. Oh, I was confused because you said beg for your job back. I meant the Seattle job. Well, I'm about to quit my current job soon, so you can have mine. Moon, what are you going to do? Wait, why are you quitting? I don't want your job. Obviously, you don't like it. Doing well here. Spent last week in Raleigh, so this week has been settling back in. Nice. I hear Raleigh's nice, but I've never been. How's the build going? The build is going fairly smooth. We're almost done. As you can see, we're in the home stretch. Going to another competitor? Are you serious? Actually, I want to go to the competitor then. Or maybe I should take the job at your old company and then we can compete against each other. It'll make us both better, right? Going to a competitor is crazy, though. No, take the old job. It's good, and it's public sector, and we won't have to compete because I'm going to be in commercial instead. All right, yeah. Set me up with your job, and we'll get ready to move out. Oh, I was so confused for a second. It's the super that's wrong. I need 1 point, whatever. My boss that is a wiener quit. I am just underpaid now, so I gotta move. Okay. That seems kind of nice though if your wiener boss quit. I would pay I would give up a substantial amount of my salary to ensure I don't have a wiener boss. Yeah, but I'm broke because Kelly made me get her a big ring. Dang it, Kelly. I like putting paws up there. So that's what I usually map it to. What should I put down here? Baby shift? Baby right shift? I actually don't even know what you're supposed to put in that spot. For real though, save up $300 to $600 and prepare to spend on April 27th. Tell your mom you will make her a gift out of macaroni or construction paper. Where are we going around here where I have to spend $600? I will though. I'm excited to see you, buddy. Excited to see this U cap as well. Where is U? Did I put you away? Also, what do I put down here? Menu? Legendary secret store? Oh god. There's a super. I just didn't see it. I sent you the colors on Discord if you want to know. Oh yeah, I will take a look. Okay, if U isn't over here. Oh, it's right here. Alright, we're good. This guy's the best in the biz. Your fingers haven't lived until they have danced across a keyboard built by this legend. Thank you, Moon. Go enjoy your ice cream. Oh, you switched to boba? Oh, that makes me want boba. Maybe I can convince Isabel to go get some boba. If you haven't left Moon, there's this there's a new Japanese place by us too. It's not like authentic Japanese, but they had pretty good hand rolls and a rice bowl. Yeah, we can consult for sure, Ellie. Oh, it's not a 7U spacebar. You'll give me a hand roll? Mods. Mods, he went too far. Get him out of here. Ooh, okay. I think it's going to be a polite little build. It's going to be a polite little keyboard. Nothing obnoxious, you know? Actually, this might be my work board. I've been looking for a board to take back with me when, you know, work demands that I return to the office. Maybe this is the board. The Z looks weird? Oh, that's because it is weird. Hold on. Did I miss another one? There's no way the Z looked weird when I, I thought I looked at all the switches. Oh, did I just never even solder this in? I think the switch just broke. I'll probably have to resolder it, but that fixes it for now. What's up, Gok? This is a funky layout. This is a pretty funky layout. Oops, I didn't realize I was typing while I was just spamming on the Z key there. My B, my B. Yeah, this is a funky layout, but I kind of dig actually the way this board looks. Let's show it off a little bit before we type on it. This little badge down here, I like. It's not like, I'm not a huge fan of a bunch of extra stuff on the keyboard, but this badge is minimal enough. I do enjoy it. I like the exploded arrow keys. What I noticed right away with this board, and I always liked, was this incomplete cherry lip. And Frank, I feel the same way. Like, I'm not a huge 75% person, but this funky, like, cherry lip that just stops right here, I always thought was super unique. I don't think I've ever seen that anywhere else. Super late, but also right on time. That's right, cousin. Just hopped on. What is this board? Kaiju. Oh, you got the build command, but it's the Typeface Univers. Really like the ano color. I'm trying to determine if what we're seeing on the screen is pretty accurate. I think it is. Sometimes when the light catches a bit too bright on the keyboard, I think it can kind of change the color. But if I hold this in the shade like this, that's pretty accurate to the color. It's a very dusty blue that I think has some characteristics of green as well, but mostly blue. I think they could have rolled into it though. What do you mean, Doug? Rolled into it? Here's a close-up of it, actually, if you haven't seen it before. It's pretty... I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's unique, if nothing else. That transition on the cherry lip. You know better than I do about the potential options, but... I don't know. I think it's pretty unique. Love how the red plate looks in between the keys. I do like the red plate too. If you guys didn't see the PCB before, you might have to go back on the on the VOD and check out the PCB because it's a super cool PCB. All right, let's make some typing noises, shall we? Don't mind the cat hair on the mic, please. Wait, what the hell? This actually sounds incredible. It did not sound this way when wow, hold on. Sorry, let me lock in. Jeez, wait, I actually love the way this sounds. Whoa! The keyboard makes motorcycle noises too. Dude, this is straight marbly. Straight marbles. The cream sodas do, but they don't always work. I feel like cream sodas, similar to milky yellows, like in certain boards, I think they're a little too deep sounding, and I think it usually happens when I use like a plastic plate as well. And just a more, oh my god, I gotta close this door, sorry. The streets are wild tonight. But in certain boards, the cream sodas can make, I think, resonance more apparent. And I think you need a board that is very tight in terms of like a cleaned up resonant sound, in order to use something like cream sodas or Gap Milky Yellows, at least like for my preferences, because it just makes a hollow board sound more hollow. But in this case, I really, really like the cream sodas. There's a little bit of resonance up like on the F row, which is pretty darn normal, but even like for how much resonance is usually in the F row for a keyboard, this is super, super cleaned up. That half plate is really helping here too. I mean, the half plate might be doing some work. It's also like, it's always hard for me to show this on stream, but I need to set up a side angle cam again. Eventually we will, but it's fairly, it's got a little bit of bounce. It's got like a decent bounce to it. Damn, that's super cool. One more time. There it is. We did it. I always feel like my boards change sound over time, especially the stabilizer keys. Probably. Man, I don't know what took me so long to build this board. I wish I would have done it sooner. This is a super solid board. Really cool. Here's the bottom again as well. I do like this, the simplicity of this bottom. Even though it has a pretty big, it's got pretty big branding, right? Which usually I talk about not liking, but maybe it's something to do with the fact that it's like a font. I don't know. It works for me for some reason. Side profile. Actually, I think we showed it off at the beginning too, but one of my favorite aspects is this like ridged step on the back part. I do like that too. Okay guys, that's about it for this stream tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Ribbed for our pleasure, not for my pleasure, Frank, but for your pleasure. I don't like my microphone being in view. Ruins the immersion. I mentioned this earlier, but we're no longer streaming on Sundays because I'm playing basketball now, which is good for me. Organized sport, it's good. But that means no more Sunday streams for a little while. We are going to move Sunday streams to Monday streams, and we'll be streaming on Mondays, and yeah, let's do Wednesdays. Mondays and Wednesdays. That puts the streams pretty darn close together, but I think that's fine. So the next time I'll see you will be Monday. I think we're going to rebuild. Actually, it really depends what comes by then. We'll see. If a client build gets here before then, we'll do that. If not, on Monday, we will do an HHKB, which is pretty fun. Let's see who else is doing keyboards. Thank you, Strix. Thanks for being here. Crap, I forgot to come back after making burgers. That's okay, Typface. The build I am really enjoying. I think it sounds really, really good, and I will make a typing test for it. Oh, Luther is live. We're going to raid Luther. Everyone say hi to Luther. I'm probably going to raid and run. I'll try to say hi for a second, but I do got to keep going. Which HHKB? I have an HHKB Pro 2 to mod. It's my work board. So we can bring that in. Have a good rest of your week. Yeah, you guys too. You guys too. Thanks again for being here. And I'll see you when I see you.